All right, let's jump right in. We're going to explore what is, without a doubt, the most complex thing we know of in the entire universe. And it happens to be right inside your head. We're talking about the brain. And this, according to David Eagleman, is the story of you.
So let's kick things off with a question that sounds, well, it sounds almost too simple. When you really think about it, your thoughts, your choices, your actions, who's actually running the show up there?
And look, the gut reaction for pretty much all of us is, I am? Obviously. We have this powerful feeling that our conscious self, the part of you that's listening to me right now, is the CEO, sitting in the corner office calling all the shots. But here's the thing. That feeling of being in complete, effortless control, it's probably the single greatest illusion your brain ever pulls off. Because just beneath that surface of your awareness, there is a vast, hidden world of secret operations running 24/7.
I mean, just think about something so simple you might have done it this morning without even noticing. Just lifting a coffee cup. Feels like nothing, right? You just decide to do it and it happens.
But behind that one simple act is a computational firestorm. Your brain is pinpointing the cup in 3D space, calculating a trajectory, firing a whole symphony of muscles in just the right sequence, all while processing a flood of incoming data about weight and temperature. This is a feat that would make the world's fastest supercomputers sweat. And the craziest part? You're not aware of any of it.
So as Eagleman puts it, your conscious experience is just the final output. You, the CEO, you don't see the trillions of calculations or the complex supply chain logistics. You just get the final, neatly packaged product delivered to your desk. All the real work is happening in the background, totally hidden from view.
Okay, so if a simple action is actually a massive hidden production, what does that say about something even more fundamental? What about the reality you're perceiving all around you, right at this very moment? Just take a look at this. It's a classic illusion. Now, your brain is probably screaming at you that square A is a dark gray and square B is a light gray. It's not even a debate, right? It's just obvious. And yet, they are the exact same shade of gray. Seriously, what this proves is that you're not seeing objective reality. Your brain isn't a camera. It's a storyteller. It's taking in context, like the shadow, and constructing a version of reality that it thinks will be useful for you, not one that's perfectly true. This all points to this incredible idea of the internal model. Think about it. Your brain has never directly experienced the outside world. It lives its entire life locked away in the pitch-black, silent vault of your skull. All it ever gets are these abstract streams of electrochemical signals. And from just sparks in the dark, it generates this rich, immersive, technicolor show that you call reality.
So, if our view of the world is basically a performance put on by our brain, what does that mean for the story we tell about ourselves? You know, our skills, our memories, the very essence of who we are.
Well, let's look at what happens when we learn something. When you first try a new skill, like sports stacking, your brain is on fire. It's burning tons of energy, consciously trying to figure everything out. But then look at a champion like Austin Neighbor. His brain activity is quiet. The whole skill has been pushed down into the unconscious, running on a silent, efficient autopilot. What's happened is that years of practice have literally physically rewired his brain. He's burned that skill into the circuitry. It's become hardware. And this is true for almost everything you're good at. Driving a car, typing, walking. The conscious you didn't really do it. You're just a passenger while these deeply ingrained programs run the whole show.
Okay, fine. So our skills are mostly on autopilot. But come on, our memories? They feel so real, so solid. They have to be the bedrock of our identity. They're the thread that connects who you were yesterday to who you are today, right?
Well, it turns out your memory is less like a high-definition video recording and more like a Wikipedia page. Every time you access it, you can change it, and sometimes other people can edit it too. The groundbreaking work of Professor Elizabeth Loftus showed just how fragile our past really is. The way she did this is just wild. She'd get real memories from a person's family, then she'd weave in a totally plausible but completely fake story, like getting lost in a mall. And over a few interviews, she found that about a quarter of the people not only started to remember this false event, they began adding their own details to it. They'd invent things like, "Oh yeah, I remember the old man who found me had a flannel shirt on." It became a part of their life story.
And if you're thinking, that could never happen to me, get this. Loftus herself, after a relative made a mistake telling a family story, developed her own incredibly vivid, emotional, and detailed false memory of being the one to find her mother's drowned body. Our past is not set in stone. It's a constant reconstruction.
So what does all of this mean for you? It means that you are not a fixed thing. You're a work in progress. Because your brain is always changing and your past is always being rewritten, your identity is a moving target. You are literally a story that your brain tells itself, and that story is always, always under revision.
Now, this isn't just some cool brain trivia. Understanding this incredible flexibility, this neuroplasticity, it's the key to our future. It opens up the possibility of deciding not just who we are, but who we want to become. And this is where things get straight out of science fiction. It's called sensory substitution. Because the brain is a general-purpose device, it doesn't actually care how it gets data. You can feed it visual information through patterns on the tongue or sound through vibrations on the torso. The brain just figures it out and learns to perceive it. This changes everything. We are no longer limited by the senses we were born with. Just try to imagine what that really means. You could learn to hear through your skin. You could see with your tongue. You could develop a brand new sense that lets you feel stock market data directly, or the day's weather forecast as a pattern on your back. We could even tap into live data streams and feel the pulse of the internet.
So that's the final idea I want to leave you with. We're standing at a moment in history where we can begin to actively hack our own hardware. For the first time, we can consciously guide our own evolution. And so the biggest question of our time is shifting from who am I to who will we choose to become.